In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NBA games happening on December 3rd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. San Antonio Spurs versus Orlando Magic. The San Antonio Spurs travel to the Kia Center on Wednesday night for a matchup with the Orlando Magic. San Antonio enters the game short-handed, with Victor Wembanyama, Jordan McLaughlin, and Stephon Castle still out. Orlando faces its own absences since Moritz Wagner and Paolo Banchero remain unavailable. Even with injuries, the Spurs have stayed steady and have held their form since losing their star big man. Orlando, though, arrives with stronger recent results, taking 9 wins from its past 11 outings. San Antonio has handled adversity with a balanced approach. The group moves the ball, keeps possessions active, and gets enough stops to stay competitive against most opponents. They play with purpose, but they also face a tough setup here because they are finishing a back-to-back after a physical meeting with Memphis. Orlando holds an edge in rest and setting. The Magic have been strong on their home floor where 8 of their 13 victories have come, and they have covered in 7 of their past 10 contests. They have also controlled this series with 4 straight wins over the Spurs while covering 3 of those results. The matchup trends, location, and recent performance patterns create a clear setup for the final call. As our first pick for this matchup, the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. San Antonio averages 118.8 points on 49% shooting while giving up 113.6 points on 45.9% shooting. The Spurs hit 35.7% from long range, convert 80.7% at the line, and secure 44.8 rebounds per game. Orlando scores 119.5 points on 47.8% shooting and allows 114.3 points on 47.4% shooting. The Magic make 34.4% of their threes, shoot 80.8% at the stripe, and pull down 44.9 boards per game. Both offenses create steady pressure, and both defenses give space from the perimeter, which shapes the scoring outlook for this contest and sets the stage for the final decision. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The Portland Trail Blazers travel to Rocket Arena on Wednesday night to face the Cleveland Cavaliers. Portland enters this meeting with a roster still missing Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday, and Damian Lillard. Cleveland has its own injury list, with Sam Merrill, Max Strus, and Jarrett Allen unavailable for action. Portland has played with more stability than its record reflects, and its effort in a tight loss to a hot Toronto team showed that the group can stay in range when its rotation settles into a rhythm. The strain of playing again without rest adds weight to this matchup, and it forces the Blazers to lean on depth that has been tested for weeks. Cleveland has worked through injury concerns for most of the season, which slowed its cohesion on both ends of the floor. The recent win over Indiana helped clear some of the stagnation that had set in, and it showed a cleaner flow in the half court along with steadier defensive rotations. The Cavaliers have been cast as strong home favorites in this spot due to their rest advantage, their scoring profile, and their personnel fit against a short Portland roster. Their trend against the spread has been rough, with a cover rate of 31.8%. Only Washington and Los Angeles, the Clippers, sit lower in the league. Cleveland has also struggled when asked to handle double-digit lines, posting a 1-5 record against the spread in its last 6 games in that setting. Portland has covered 3 of its last 4, and its recent form against the number reflects better timing on defensive stops and more focused late-game possessions. As our first pick for this matchup, the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Portland averages 118.3 points per game on 44.3% shooting and gives up 121.2 points on 48.2% shooting. The team hits 32.9% from deep and 79.2% at the line, and it gathers 45.9 rebounds per game. The defense yields 36.6% shooting from three, which has forced the Blazers to tighten coverage on the perimeter to keep games within reach. Cleveland averages 119.6 points per game on 46.3% shooting and allows 115.8 points on 46.7% shooting. The Cavaliers shoot 35.3% from three and 75.6% at the line, and they secure 43.9 rebounds per game. Their defense gives up 36.3% from beyond the arc, which places pressure on their rotations when opponents move the ball into early shooting windows. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Denver Nuggets versus Indiana Pacers. The Denver Nuggets visit Gainbridge Fieldhouse on Wednesday night to face the Indiana Pacers. Denver enters the game without Aaron Gordon, Christian Braun, and Julian Strawther, and Jamal Murray sits on the injury report as questionable. Indiana remains without Aaron Nesmith, Cam Johns, Quentin Jackson, and Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers reach this matchup after a rough loss to Cleveland as a 6.5 underdog, a game where they never settled and trailed by 21 at one point. A setback of that size would usually push the next number higher, especially with an opponent that carries Denver's reputation, yet the adjustment stayed minimal. That detail shapes the context of this meeting. Denver adds a second layer to the picture. The Nuggets lost 2 nights ago at home by 10 to Dallas and gave up 131 points. That type of defensive slide does not match their standard, and it raises questions about how steady they will be on the road with rotation pieces missing. A classic bounce-back profile would often prompt a larger line, especially against a Pacers team that sits short-handed, but the board did not move in that direction. Indiana's pricing still sits low while Denver holds a number that reflects its status more than its recent form. The Nuggets remain the favorite, but they have cooled as injuries piled up, and the uncertainty around Murray adds to the imbalance in their rotation. These teams last played on November 8th, and Denver controlled that meeting with a 117-100 win built on a triple-double from Nikola Jokic. Indiana's recent stretch includes scattered losses, but the play on the floor has not matched the outcomes in the standings. The Pacers have also gathered some wins at home, and the possible return of Johnny Furphy would give them another live body in a thin rotation. Denver has run into a few poor results, and that pattern has made its profile harder to trust with pieces missing. Indiana has built all 4 of its wins on its own court, and its roster, even with gaps, continues to find spots where its pace and spacing create chances. As our first pick for this matchup, the Indiana Pacers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Denver Nuggets average 124.6 points per game on 50.9% shooting and give up 115.9 points on 46.1% shooting. They shoot 38.8% from 3 and 83.6% at the line, and they collect 45.8 rebounds per game. Their opponents hit 33.3% from deep, which has kept Denver's defensive rotations engaged on the perimeter. The Indiana Pacers average 110.2 points per game on 42.6% shooting and allow 119.4 points on 47.4% shooting. They shoot 31.7% from 3 and 76.7% at the line, and they secure 34.8 rebounds per game. Their opponents hit 32.2% from deep, which has shaped the Pacers' efforts to guard catch and shoot actions. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Charlotte Hornets versus New York Knicks. The Charlotte Hornets head into Madison Square Garden for a Wednesday night meeting with the New York Knicks. Charlotte arrives with key absences, since Grant Williams, Trey Mann, and Pat Connaughton remain out. New York also deals with its own injuries, with OG Anunoby and Landry Shamet ruled out. Charlotte's recent stretch has been a roller coaster. The team grabbed strong wins over Chicago and Toronto, then stalled against a Brooklyn group that shot with rare precision. New York has shown steadier form. The team built a 4-game win streak before falling to Boston the night before this matchup. Charlotte struggles to win and struggles to cover, and the injury list grows. Support for the team grows thin when the roster keeps shifting. New York has been sharp at home with a 10-1 straight-up record, and the group has covered in 4 of its last 5 games. New York also handled Charlotte by 28 points in a meeting last week. Historical results lean the same way. New York has taken 8 of the last 10 matchups and has covered in 7 of those games. Charlotte can produce a surprise, but the broader trends, the recent results, and the roster conditions all press in one direction as the analysis settles into place. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Charlotte averages 115.9 points on 45.4% shooting and allows 120.2 points on 50% shooting. The team hits 34.4% from 3 and 83% from the line, gives up 40.1% from deep, and pulls down 44.6 rebounds per game. New York averages 120.8 points on 47.2% shooting and allows 114.3 points on 46.6% shooting. The team hits 37% from 3 and 80.1% from the line, allows 37.9% from deep, and collects 45.8 rebounds per game. The matchup sets up a contrast between 2 high-scoring offenses and 2 defenses that give up efficient shooting. Each side brings pace, perimeter volume, and a willingness to test mismatches. Those factors frame the total analysis until all elements point to the final call. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers versus Atlanta Hawks. The LA Clippers meet the Atlanta Hawks on Wednesday night in a league matchup at State Farm Arena. Both teams enter with distinct trends that shape expectations. The Hawks deal with injuries yet often look steadier when they leave home. The Clippers face persistent problems that show up in game flow and in results. Their offense stalls, their execution slips, and their results straight up and against the spread remain poor. Their cover rate of 23.8% places them at the bottom of the league in that category. Key players voice their frustration to reporters, and each loss adds more strain. Talk around the team grows tense as outcomes fail to improve. The current atmosphere reflects a group searching for cohesion. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Hawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Clippers produce 112.3 points per game on 46.9% shooting while they give up 118.8 points on 47.8% shooting. They hit 35.7% from deep and convert 84.3% at the line. Opponents shoot 39.3% from 3, and the Clippers collect 41.1 rebounds per game. The Hawks average 118 points on 48.5% shooting while allowing 116.8 points on 46.3% shooting. They shoot 36.9% from 3 and 77.4% at the stripe. Opponents hit 34.1% from long range, and the Hawks secure 41.6 rebounds per game. These numbers create a setting where pace and shot quality shape the total more than tactical shifts. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.